The strongest people you will ever meet are not the loudest in the room. They are the quiet ones. The ones who move without announcing. The ones who grow without explaining. The ones who understand that silence is not weakness, but direction. This is the story of Kavian. Kavian believed that if people heard him, they would understand him. If they understood him, they would support him. And if they supported him, success would come faster. So he talked. He talked about his dreams. He talked about his struggles. He talked about his plans. He talked about his frustrations. Everywhere he went, his mouth moved faster than his progress. At first, it felt good. Talking made him feel important. Talking made him feel seen. Talking made him feel like he was already becoming something. But slowly, something strange began to happen. The more he talked, the less he did. He noticed that after explaining his goals, his energy disappeared. After defending himself, his focus weakened. After complaining, his motivation dropped. He didn't understand it yet, but every word was draining power from him. Then life applied pressure. The plans didn't work. The money ran out. The support faded. Friends who once listened became tired of hearing the same promises. Family members began to doubt him. Not loudly, but with silence that hurt more than words. And Kavian responded the only way he knew how. He talked more. He explained why things weren't working. He justified every failure. He tried to convince people that he was still on the right path. But the more he spoke, the smaller he felt. One night, after another long day of disappointment, Kavian sat alone in a quiet room. No phone calls, no messages, no one to talk to, only silence. First, it felt uncomfortable. Silence forced him to sit with his thoughts. There was no audience, no excuses, no distractions. Just him and the truth. And that was the moment he realized something painful. Most of his struggle was not because he lacked talent or opportunity. It was because he lacked silence. He remembered words he once heard and ignored. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. That night, Kavian made a decision that changed his life. He chose to speak less. Not because he had nothing to say, but because he finally understood that not everything needs to be said. From that day forward, he stopped announcing his plans. He stopped explaining himself to people who didn't believe in him. He stopped reacting immediately to criticism. He stopped complaining about how hard life was. Silence felt heavy at first. It felt lonely. It felt like being invisible. But something powerful was happening. Without talking, his energy stayed with him. His focus sharpened. His emotions settled. He started listening more than reacting. He noticed patterns he had missed before. He saw his mistakes clearly. Without defending them, silence became a mirror. Instead of telling people he was working hard, he actually worked. Instead of explaining his struggles, he learned from them. Instead of arguing, he observed. He woke up earlier. He worked quietly. He failed privately. He improved silently. No announcements. No applause, just discipline. And slowly, people began to feel a difference. Kavian didn't talk much anymore, but when he did, his words carried weight. His presence felt calm. His confidence felt real. Silence had changed how he moved through the world. Then came another test. Someone close to him betrayed his trust. Old Kavian would have reacted instantly. He would have confronted, argued, and explained his pain. This time, he stayed silent, not because he was weak, but because he was in control. Silence allowed him to respond wisely instead of emotionally. He observed actions instead of reacting to words. And in that quiet strength, he felt something new, power. More criticism followed. People doubted him again. They questioned his progress. They compared him to others. This time, he didn't defend himself. He understood a truth many never learn. You don't know everyone an explanation. While others talked, he built. While others doubted, he refined. While others waited for proof, he created it. Months passed, then years, and one day, the results appeared. Not loudly, not suddenly, but undeniably. His work spoke, his discipline showed, his growth was visible. The same people who Once doubted him, now listen carefully when he spoke. Some asked for advice. Some asked how he stayed so calm. Kavian smiled, because he knew the answer was simple. Silence had become his compass, his life diamond compass. Silence taught him patience. Silence taught him discipline. Silence taught him wisdom. Silence taught him strength. He learned that loud people try to prove themselves. Silent people let results do the talking. He learned that not every battle deserves a response. Not every opinion deserves attention. Not every emotion deserves expression. And now, as you listen to this story, understand this. You don't need to announce your next move. You don't need to explain your pain to everyone. You don't need to defend your journey to people who will never walk it. Protect your energy with silence. Protect your focus with silence. Protect your future with silence. Talk less. Listen more. Work quietly. Grow deeply. And one day, your results will speak so loudly that silence will be your greatest signature. Because the true power of silence is not saying nothing. It is becoming unstoppable without saying a word.